Tonight, new project concerns. Residents are speaking out as an asphalt company tries to open up shop in their neighborhood.
Plus, eviction confusion. Tension between renters and landlords continues to rise as Minnesota's Attorney General investigates more than 500 complaints.
And as local nonprofits help more and more people, they need some assistance of their own. What one U.S. Senator is doing to lend them a helping hand.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Drama in Rice Lake, Minnesota tonight. Some community members there are upset over plans for an asphalt plant to be built in their neighborhood. At
tonight's Planning Commission meeting, the company who now owns the land is asking the city leaders for approval to move forward. But members of the community say they are not backing down. CBS3's John Cardinelli is live outside the meeting for us tonight. John, that meeting is underway right now. What's happening outside of there?
Kristen, Tony, you could see here about 40 people have gathered outside of here, all of them in opposition to this project. Now, earlier today, I spoke with Brad Campy. He lives just right across the street from where this project will be going on. He started this petition just a few days ago, and he says he already has over 50 signatures. Campy has spent the last couple of days researching the effects of an asphalt plant on a community. He cited a United States Environmental Protection Agency report. He says the report shows potential of health effects on nearby communities depending on the size of the plant and how it operates. Campy says he found other studies that point towards property values dropping for those that live around asphalt plants elsewhere.
When they put in an asphalt facility, home values drop approximately 56%. And now I'm looking at, am I even going to be able to stay here? I'm not going to live around here with cancer and all these things that can happen and blowing right across the road from me.
Campy lives just right across the street from the area in which Proctor's Senate Blacktop hopes to build a plant. He hopes that the Planning Commission does not approve rezoning the land tonight. And we'll have more on the Planning Commission's decision coming up tonight at 10.
All right, thanks, John. And we did reach out to Senate officials for a comment, but did not hear back by news time.
All right, let's go to the weather now. Dave, it was pretty warm out there for a lot of people around the area today.
Yeah, away from the lake, it got into the upper 70s. While, of course, closer to Lake Superior, it was that age-old saying, cooler by the lake. So let's take a look at the top temps around the region, at least so far, because we still have a few more hours of sunlight. Some of these numbers could actually go up. Like I mentioned at 5 o'clock, it seems like we have a two-tier system or three-tier system going on right now. 79 degrees for the high, International Falls and Orr. Then Proctor, 64. Been only 48 degrees down at Park Point. So cool, medium, and pretty warm. That's the gist of temperatures we're going to be getting tomorrow, and it's going to continue to be dry around here as well thanks to that high pressure cell keeping control of our area till probably Friday. That'll be our next rain chance with some thunderstorms. But for Wednesday, the day may start off on the mostly cloudy side, but it'll be dry, partly sunny by lunch, clear to partly cloudy by supper time. High temp even in Proctor could be 70 tomorrow. How warm will it get towards International Falls? We'll show you everybody's temperature coming up in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Tensions have been rising between renters and landlords across Minnesota as the state attorney general's office is investigating more than 500 complaints. Some renters claim their landlord is violating the state's eviction moratorium during COVID-19, which halts evictions for renters who can prove they were impacted by the pandemic. CBS3's Leanne Valdez spoke to the state's attorney general, who says the majority of the complaints come from outside of the Twin Cities.
Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison says renters and landlords alike are seeing major inconveniences during the COVID-19 pandemic.
We have to take measures that we normally don't take in order to deal with this.
One of those measures is causing his office to investigate more than 500 complaints from renters all around the state, claiming landlords are violating the state's laws during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Things like, well, we're going to shut off your water if you don't pay. We're going to shut off your utilities if you don't pay. Harass you if you don't pay. And we've had to take some of these landlords to court.
Minnesota renters are offered temporary relief with the eviction moratorium directive, which halts evictions for renters who can prove they are impacted by COVID-19. Aside from one complaint in Roseville, Ellison says most of the complaints have originated from greater Minnesota.
I do know that we've gotten complaints from Meeker County, from Sandstone, Minnesota.
Ellison says he understands the frustration landlords and renters are both facing during this time.
We recognize the challenges of the landlord. We're highly sympathetic.
Meanwhile, one Duluth landlord says despite the number of complaints in the state, Duluth seems to be doing pretty well.
My tenants' rents are coming in.
But it could all change depending on how long the pandemic lasts.
I think that if things persist, it might become more of an issue for people.
Ellison says, in the meantime, we all need to come together and understand COVID-19 doesn't pardon anyone.
And if you're a landlord who wants information about what's required of you, please call us as well. We want to help you. We don't want to put the landlords in a bad spot. It's just our whole society is in a bad spot.
We'll have the number to the Attorney General's office on our website, CBS3Duluth.com.
Northland nonprofits could be getting federal support thanks to a new bill backed by U.S. Senator Amy Klobuchar. The Work Now Act is focused on supporting small nonprofits through the COVID-19 pandemic. The bill would create grants and help nonprofits maintain their workforce during a time when their services are in high demand.
If history teaches us anything, it's that you need support for people in times like this. Government's job is supposed to be to keep people safe. And a lot of work wasn't done early on to make sure that the testing was ready and that we were taking this on as a federal government. And now we need to do the work.
Senator Klobuchar says she's confident this bill will have bipartisan support. And that's not the only thing the senator is working on. Today she announced Minnesota organizations supporting domestic violence victims are getting a big boost in funding. The $670,000 comes from the Family Violence Prevention Services. Klobuchar says the money can be used for temporary funding, counseling, and other services. According to her office, domestic violence calls across the state have increased during the COVID-19 pandemic. Rape crisis centers have also seen an increase for needing services.
New at 6, the state of Minnesota has purchased a St. Paul facility that will temporarily store human remains of those who have died during the pandemic. On Tuesday, the Ramsey County Assessor's Office released the purchase agreement for the property. According to the document, the state closed on the property on Monday for about $5.5 million. State officials say the facility can handle a surge in demand for, quote, timely, dignified, and temporary storage of human remains. Now, earlier this month, the state authorized nearly $7 million to purchase the storage facility. State health officials anticipate 75% of the funds are reimbursable through FEMA. Meanwhile, the U.S. and Canada have agreed to extend their border closure another month. That means non-essential travelers cannot cross the border until June 21st. The restrictions were first announced in mid-March.
Minnesota is paying tribute to lives lost to COVID-19. Governor Tim Walz ordered all flags to be flown at half-staff today. They'll do the same on the 19th day of each month through the rest of the year. The governor says he hopes this will serve as a special tribute to victims and their loved ones.
The state of Wisconsin is spending $1 billion in the ongoing battle against COVID-19. The money comes from the Federal CARES Act. $260 million is going towards testing, with another $75 million going to contact tracing. The state is trying to test 85,000 people each week for free. They're also providing funding for local and tribal health departments to hire staff focused on tracing the spread of the virus. Other funding is going to buy protective gear, ventilators, and hospital support.
Wisconsin's newest congressman was sworn in today. Representative Tom Tiffany took the oath of office at the nation's capital. The Republican was elected to Wisconsin's 7th district seat last week. Tiffany will serve the rest of former Congressman Sean Duffy's term. He plans to run for the seat again in November. So does his Democratic challenger in the special election, Tricia Zunker.
A Bayfield man charged with murder told police that a recent fight after a long history of arguments was his final straw. Randy Erickson is charged with first-degree murder. The 63-year-old told police he shot and killed Michael Kinney at Kinney's Bayfield Township home on May 8th. According to court documents, Erickson and Kinney allegedly spent years arguing over a trucking company that Erickson co-owns. But Erickson told police it was an incident involving Erickson's wife on May 8th that allegedly led him to fight Kinney and shoot him 3 times. Erickson is out on $500,000 bail. He'll be back in court next month.
Police have arrested a Grand Rapids man accused of shooting a woman in the chest. Authorities were searching for Charles Olson for about a week and a half. The 36-year-old was wanted in connection to the May 8th shooting that sent a woman to the hospital. She was later released. Olson was arrested near Floodwood last night. Charges are pending.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a collaborative effort is underway with the goal to keep the Northland strong during this difficult time.
Here closer to the lake, top temp was 65 degrees. Farther inland, 15 degrees, almost warmer. And temperature trends like that will be with us again tomorrow. It'll be on the dry side again tomorrow. I'll talk about when our next rain chance comes around coming up after our break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez on CBS 3.
Home's Memorial Day sale. Save up to 30% store-wide, plus get no interest financing until 2023. Shop in the store by appointment or online, plus free no-contact shipping during Home Furniture's Memorial Day sale.
May is Maytag month at Johnson Mertz, and there's no better time than right now to get huge savings on dependable Maytag appliances. Every Maytag laundry and kitchen appliance is on sale and includes additional factory rebates and incentives, plus 0% financing for 12 months. So stop in now and get your dependable Maytag appliances from Johnson Mertz, the Northland's most knowledgeable appliance experts. Johnson Mertz, it's a trusted name.
Join our team at St. Anne's. St. Anne's Residence is calling to serve as nursing assistants, LPNs, personal caregivers, and food service workers. We offer excellent pay, bonus opportunities, and great people to work with. Apply online. Together, we are St. Anne's strong.
Hello, I'm John Lawyer, the owner of Lawyer Cleaning and Disaster Restoration. We know you are worried about the coronavirus, and we are too. As a first response business, we are prepared to protect our employees and customers. We also realize that if your property has a fire or flood, it cannot wait. We have protective PPE and hospital-grade disinfectants to kill COVID-19, along with other infectious disease. If you experience a disaster in your home or business, Lawyer Cleaning and Disaster Restoration will be here to help.
Northland, when you want the most new country, make the switch to Cat Country 98.9 KTCO.
Never met a girl like you. What makes you country?
#1 for the most new country.
Hibbing Chrysler Center is now your Northern Minnesota heavy-duty vehicle servicing headquarters. We can service your heavy-duty truck or van up to 50,000 pounds. Your business vehicle gets priority service, and our highly skilled Class A and diesel engine technicians are FCA and ASE certified, bringing years of experience to make sure your vehicle is serviced right the first time. We service all makes and models, from ambulances to dually pickup trucks to service bodies. We've got you covered. Hurry to Hibbing Chrysler Center, your heavy-duty vehicle servicing headquarters.
During the Memorial Day sale at Home Sleep Express, get $150 to $500 in factory authorized savings on Purple and Tempur-Pedic. Plus, no interest financing for 6 years, free delivery and setup. Memorial Mattress Savings at Home Sleep Express.
We want to say thank you.
Thank you.
To the first responders. Thank you.
To the truck drivers.
And delivery people. Thank you. Thank you. To the doctors.
The nurses. And all the hospital workers.
The grocery store workers.
The janitors.
And sanitation workers.
Show them kindness, patience, and gratitude.
They are the real heroes.
Thank you for all of your bravery and hard work.
Thank you all.
CBS 3 weather is brought to you by St. Luke's. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Dry conditions do unfortunately continue around our region. Our entire area ranges from moderate for some inland parts of Wisconsin to high for just about everybody, and near critically high here for northern parts of Minnesota away from the lake. This zone, according to the National Weather Service, indeed faces near critical fire danger and likely will continue to do so until we get some rain. But thanks to high pressure and control, we may not get any rain until Friday, late afternoon into the evening. But once it comes, it may stick around through at least on Memorial Day morning. We'll talk about the timeline in just a bit, but right now we look at the current conditions at the airport, where it's a pretty nice day, again, if you discount the fact that it's pretty dry and the fire danger's high. Semi-sunny sky, 61 degrees, that's not bad. Wind is going easterly at 15 miles per hour, so still pretty gusty, not as high as yesterday, but still up there. Relative humidity, though, still down there at only 34%, one of the aggravating factors egging on this fire danger problem. Temperatures right now, like I've been saying all day long here, a 3-tier system, pretty warm inland, medium just away from the lake, cooler by the lake. So 77 right now, International Falls, 68 in Hibbing, 61 towards Hermantown, but only 48 in Superior. Then we rise up to 57 for Ashland, but get 72 in Hayward and low 70s in the Upper Peninsula. Tomorrow's temperatures will pretty much follow these rules, so look for maybe 50s right by the lake, 60s up over the hill towards 70, and close to 80 farther inland. Doppler map right now, thanks to high pressure and control, shows a relatively clear sky for everybody. I say relatively because the high pressure is stable, and that stability can trap pockets of moisture. So we've had some stratus decks hanging around the region here today, but they're not thick enough to create any precip. So a little bit of cloud here and there, a little bit of sun here and there as well, and as long as this high holds on to us, we're not going to get any rain. And I do think this high pressure cell will keep us dry, if not overly sunny, all the way through Thursday. But Friday will be the day of change, as at least one small trough of lower pressure comes out of the west to bring in thunder and shower chances here Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday morning. And if it pays off, it could bring a quarter to a half-inch worth of rain. Forecast tonight in Minnesota, low temps will go anywhere from 40 by the lake to 50 farther inland, mostly cloudy sky. And it should be mostly cloudy in Wisconsin and Michigan as well, with lows there 45 to 50. So a fairly mild night by our northern standards. Tomorrow in Wisconsin and Michigan, the high temperatures on the South Shore just might run 72 to 78 degrees. Clear to partly cloudy sky builds in the afternoon. In Minnesota, we get 50s right by the lake, and then just inland 60s. And then for farther inland, like today, 75 to even 80 degrees. And so drier, sunnier, warmer through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday morning. There's the chance for showers and storms. Looks like the best chance for the storms, Tony, will come around on Sunday. And Kristen, by Tuesday, will shake off the storm chance and send even Duluth area up towards 75 degrees.
Looking forward to that. But, you know, with the fire danger, like you mentioned at the start of the weather there, maybe 2-3 days of rain wouldn't be all that bad. Reduce that a little bit.
Let's hope that chance Friday night pays off.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
Several Duluth organizations announced a plan today aimed at boosting the local economy. The program is called Strong Northland. People can buy $20 vouchers, which work like gift cards at any of the 40 businesses taking part. Any money made through the program goes right back into the local business's pocket. The goal is to pump some money back into our local economy. Restaurant officials say it's time for businesses to come together.
I've always said competition makes you better, but collaboration will sustain you. There is no time in my life that I've ever experienced such a need for us to be together.
The program has already raised $25,000. We have more information on our website.
For a Sturgeon Lake camp, making changes based on a pandemic is nothing new. The YMCA's Camp Miller has been running for 120 years, adapting to both the Spanish flu and now COVID-19. While the camp will still have summertime favorites like boating, swimming, and archery, there will be some changes to how they operate this year. Instead of parents dropping their kids off for overnight camp, Camp Miller will be operating as a day camp and what they're calling a family camp. Each week, Camp Miller will welcome 4 families of 10 people or less for activities. Now, Sarah Ader, executive director, says the camp will have special protocols in place, even for people from the same family.
So we're going to assign paddles to your family, life jackets to your family, so that usually we share everything at camp, but this year we know that that's not going to be our best practice. So each family is going to have their own equipment to use and times where they're assigned to use different spaces. So it'll be camp, but a little bit different.
Camp Miller's staff will arrive on site 14 days before camp starts to isolate themselves before campers show up. Staff members will also have their temperatures checked daily. Day camp starts on June 15th, while family camp begins July 1st. We'll have more information on our website.
And up in sports, UMD women's hockey is offering their approach to virtual camps. Kelly Hinseth will have the details up next.
Find your favorite CW shows on the Duluth CW, cable, satellite, over the air, and streaming on KDLH Duluth. CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Keep scrolling. Order food. Skim headlines. Order shoes. Use AutoSend for flowers. Use AutoSend for birthdays. Don't go outside. Don't go outside. Don't leave the phone behind. No sync. Don't blink. Don't think. Don't ever let yourself feel this alive. Breathe. Ride.
Northwest Outlet Store is open. Yes, Northwest Outlet is open for business 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now get up to 40% off store-wide on clothing, up to 40% off on footwear, up to 40% off on fishing, up to 40% off on camping, up to 40% off store-wide at Northwest Outlet. Yes, Northwest Outlet now open for business Tuesday through Saturday 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Online 24/7. Curbside pickup during store hours. 1814 Belknap, Superior.
As we all work to get through these challenging times, we're working on your new home. View at Bluestone, Duluth's newest multi-generational living just up the hill, is coming soon. View at Bluestone offers pet-friendly, modern living that meets all your needs. Learn more, take a virtual tour, or lease online at view@bluestone.com. Leasing studio, 1 and 2 bedrooms for August 2021. Your new view awaits. View@bluestone.com. For 50 years, family-owned Crenson has proudly been serving the Twin Ports and surrounding communities. We make the vehicle buying process simple, straightforward, and stress-free. Drive away in a 2020 Nissan Rogue today with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in NMAC bonus cash. We're open. Stop in anytime, or if you prefer, call for a no-contact appointment for sales or service. Visit us online for our complete inventory listing. Crenson, 2 locations, 1 great team.
The Sunday night movies are back on CBS.
Are you serious? Yes.
And not just any movies.
I'm the king of the world!
Paramount's biggest. Grab the popcorn, sit down, and escape from reality blockbusters. So how about we all watch a great movie?
Sandy!
Together. The CBS Sunday night movies are back on CBS.
And when we get back, are people going to have money? And I think people are going to be raring to do something.
It really just kind of came to a screeching halt.
Another industry feeling big impacts from the COVID-19 pandemic, Duluth's local arts community. From live theater to musicians to photographers, I'm taking a closer look at how their daily lives have changed and how these artists are working to recover.
Surviving the Intermission, Friday at 10.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS3.
With camps and in-person clinics no longer an option for athletes this summer, in order to stay in shape and stay active, we're seeing more and more virtual camps become available. UMD women's hockey is no exception to that. Assistant coach Ashley Bricklick is hosting a virtual hockey camp of her own. It's 10 sessions of pre-recorded videos that can be downloaded at any time. The cost is $15 per session or $100 for all 10. The sessions are designed to be completed in small spaces like garages and driveways. All participants need is a stick, a ball, and a few other props to get going with the camp.
The videos are about 20 to 25 minutes, and especially with some of the skill stuff that we're working on and kind of fine-tuning some muscles in your forearms and your shoulders that you might not always use. So they get tired pretty quick. So the sessions are pretty short, so you can be productive, get in, get out. And it's a good time now to kind of work on some of these skills that maybe you don't as much when you're always on the ice.
The name of the game these days is virtual camps and clinics. Another UMD name is offering a program of her own. Her name is Maddie Rooney, the Olympic gold medal winning goalie, and her trainer slash coach slash boyfriend, Carson Fossum, who is the owner of Royalty Sports Performance, an athletic training facility located in Centerville, Minnesota, have teamed up to offer a series of instructional videos designed for athletes. In addition to the programs they offer, Maddie is also offering a hockey-specific training program in which she hopes to help athletes stay motivated during this time.
Each drill is hyperlinked with a demonstration video, so every kid understands what they're supposed to be doing, and I'm always available for questions. And we kind of collaborated just to put this together because I went through the emotions of not having training right now is tough, and I know when you're younger it's harder to know what you're supposed to do on your own. And so this was a great thing for me to put my focus to since I'm not doing a whole lot during quarantine.
Fossum and Rooney are hoping to give athletes some guidance that they may be lacking right now without access to gyms, their coaches, or their trainers.
And from my perspective, I would reach out to my athletes, college level athletes that I thought had a good understanding. And I would hear that hockey players were running half marathons, and I'd hear my football guys were doing yoga in front of their TV. And it just struck me that when they don't have structure, these athletes don't really know what to do. Really, there's a big difference between training for your overall fitness to lose weight or to burn calories versus at a high level when you're competing and training to be fast, to be more explosive.
We'll have information for both those camps on our website, CBS3Duluth.com, under the sports page. You may be used to seeing Team Schuster on the curling sheet, but tonight they'll take the stage. The Olympic gold medal duo, who are based in Duluth, will be featured on tonight's episode of The Voice. Before the summer's Olympics were delayed, The Voice's season finale was set to feature the athletes taking the mic, but NBC has decided to air the episode anyway. It's tonight at 7 o'clock again over on NBC. That's going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back here at 10, but for now, Kristen and Tony, I'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Kelly. And coming up later tonight, gyms in Wisconsin are starting to open back up, and chances are a lot of us are anxious to return to that routine. Tonight on the CBS 3 News at 10, we're taking a look at what Wisconsin gyms are doing ahead of reopening to keep everyone healthy and safe while they work out.
Musicians in Colombia are trying to put a positive spin on the quarantine lifestyle. That's a mariachi band playing in the empty streets of Colombia's capital city as the country stays inside during a 2-month national coronavirus quarantine. This group has been lugging all their equipment onto the street to play for tips. Surprised residents often record the serenades on their cell phones, and some even sing along. The nation of 50 million people has been under an obligatory lockdown since late March.
All right, Dave, let's get one last peek at the weather. What can we expect as we head into the evening temperature-wise?
Temperature-wise for the evening, warmer inland, cooler by the lake, and temperatures descending as time goes on through tomorrow morning, and we'll bottom out probably in the mid-40s to about 50. So our low temps are going to be pretty decent. No 20s, no 30s, 40s to 50. Then Wednesday, Thursday on the sunnier side, 70 or so here close to the lake. Right by the lake may only be 50s, farther inland may be close to 80. So a wide variety of temperatures with us for the rest of the week.
All right, thanks, Dave. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 10.